Hello and welcome to another episode of MCQs for Judiciary Exams. Let's begin. The concept of anticipatory bail originated from which of the following reports? 14th Law Commission Report, 21st Law Commission Report, 41st Law Commission Report or 101st Constitutional Amendment? The correct answer is option C, 41st Law Commission Report. Recently, in the Serious Fraud Investigation Office versus Aditya Sarda case, the Supreme Court held that an accused who evades the law or obstructs the execution of warrants is not entitled to the privilege of anticipatory bail, particularly in cases involving serious economic or heinous offences. The concept of anticipatory bail evolved from the 41st Law Commission report, which recognized the need to protect individuals from false implication and disgracement through detention. Under which section of the Consumer Protection Act 1986 can a person appeal to the Supreme Court against the NCDRC order? Section 19, Section 21, Section 22 or Section 23? The correct answer is option B, Section 23. Recently, in the Shailendra Jain versus Union of India case, the Delhi High Court has held that the railways are not liable for the theft or loss of a passenger's belongings unless it is proven that railway officials were negligent. Section 23 of Consumer Protection Act 1986 provides that any person aggrieved by an order of NCDRC may prefer an appeal against such order to Supreme Court of India within a period of 30 days. Section 482 of BNSS relates to arrest, anticipatory bail, FIR, police custody. The correct answer is option B, anticipatory bail. Section 482 of the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita 2023 provides for anticipatory bail, allowing a person who fears arrest for a non-bailable offence to apply to the High Court or Court of Session for pre-arrest bail. This provision replaced Section 438 of the Criminal Procedure Code when the BNSS came into effect on 1st July 2024. Which sections of the Bharatiya Sakshi Adhiniyam 2023 correspond to Sections 91 and 92 of the IEA, Sections 91 and 92, Sections 93 and 94, Sections 94 and 95 or Sections 95 and 96? The correct answer is option C, Sections 94 and 95. Section 91 of Indian Evidence Act denotes that a deed constitutes the primary evidence of the terms to which the parties are to adhere, whereas Section 92 of IEA forbids any contradictions or variations in a written document by extrinsic evidence. However, there are exceptions outlined in the proviso to Section 92 that allow variations from this general rule. It is to be noted that these provisions are contained in Section 94 and 95 of Bharatiya Sakshi Adhiniyam 2023. Identification proceedings are provided under which section of the Indian Evidence Act? Section 7, Section 8, Section 11 or Section 9? The correct answer is option D, Section 9. Section 9 of the Indian Evidence Act deals with the facts necessary to explain or introduce relevant facts while mentioning about the identification proceedings. It states that facts necessary to explain or introduce a fact in issue or relevant fact or which support or rebut an inference suggested by a fact in issue or relevant fact, or which establish the identity of anything or person whose identity is relevant, or fix the time or place at which any fact in issue or relevant fact happened, or which show the relation of parties by whom any such fact was transacted are relevant in so far as they are necessary for that purpose. Now it's time for the practice question. Hostile witness is dealt in Indian Evidence Act under Section 154, Section 155, Section 152 or Section 151. Send the answer of this question in the comments below. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching.